Welcome, wrestling fans. We are coming to you live from the Tropicana Resort and Casino here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is AWA Championship Wrestling. Tonight we are going to be seeing the champions in action. All right, Ken Resnick with it here. We are at the Tropicana here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Entering the ring area at this time, he is the Shadow. He'll be taking on newcomers here to the AWA, but not newcomers to the industry. Michael P.S. Hayes and the Fabulous Freebirds. Now, Lee, I know you know a little bit about the Freebirds. Yeah, well, there's no doubt. The Freebirds have been in wrestling for quite some time. These guys are about as legitimate as they come. They've been running roughshod over in world class throughout the Texas area, giving the Von Erich family an absolute fit. And now they've decided to bring their Band Street USA tactics here to the AWA, and we're going to have to see exactly what that means. Well, Michael Hayes and team have left a wake of carnage and destruction in their path wherever they've gone. We can only presume that they will try to do the same here in the AWA, but why are they here? Where are they setting their focus on, and who will be the victim? I've got a funny feeling you're going to find a lot of resistance here in the AWA if they think they're going to stand up to some of our top talent. All right, fans, we're going to get a look at Michael P.S. Hayes right here in the AWA. Look at this. The Shadow getting the backdrop right off the bat on Michael Hayes. Shadow's been around for quite some time. He's been a bit of a journeyman himself, so he may give Michael Hayes a little bit more than he's expecting or anticipating here in his AWA debut. Misses with the big elbow. Well, we've seen the Shadow in action before, and the Shadow is very capable of even putting up it'd be an upset victory over Michael Hayes. I'm not going to doubt that for a moment. But we can't turn around and act as though there's no way he would ever get a win, because Michael Hayes, I believe he's taking this match just a little bit too much for granted, in my opinion. Well, thus far it does look like that, because the Shadow having his way with the leader of the Freebirds. Hayes is up for the slam. He comes up the back door. Now Michael Hayes doing a number on the Shadow. The question is, can he maintain this offense that he has finally got? Dropping the Shadow down on the turnbuckle. Now Michael Hayes with the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Follows up. Nobody home, and Hayes hits the turnbuckle. He follows up nicely with an arm drag right there, and that is exactly what Michael P.S. Hayes needs to do. Continue putting the offensive press onto the Shadow, but you see right there, Shadow once again ready for the offense of Michael Hayes, and he turns it inside out. Now the Shadow going up to the top rope. You see that turnbuckle has been removed. Well, the Shadow right now on that top rope waiting for Michael Hayes to come off. Call him with the elbow. Big elbow right to the top of the head, and I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Michael Hayes going outside the ring trying to regroup. And now the Shadow. He may have just poked the bear, but Michael P.S. Hayes doesn't look too happy. Face first down on the concrete floor. Drives him into the steel steps. Well, Michael Hayes right now trying to even things up here. He's been on the receiving end of a lot of punishment, but he's making up for lost time pretty quickly here. Neckbreaker on the floor by Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes strutting as the count reaches 7. Shadow back in the ring. Drop toe hold one more time by Michael Hayes. He's got a gut buster. Well, right now Michael P.S. Hayes has kind of turned things around, and this is a little bit more of what we had anticipated. What is Hayes doing now? Michael Hayes on the top rope. He is waiting for the Shadow to regain his feet. Oh, double axe handle to the head. And now Michael Hayes with that running bulldog. Hooks the leg. Will that be it? Well, look at the face of Michael Hayes. He can't believe it, but somehow the Shadow finds a way to get out of that one. I thought it was all over. Well, it might be over right now. You see it? Michael Hayes locks him up. Drops him on his head. Hayes goes over, hooks the leg again. That'll be a lot to get out of. But he gets his shoulder up. Well, Michael Hayes right there, you see him calling out the referee saying that should have been a 3 count. You need to pick up your pace. The other members of the Freebirds still outside the ring. Thus far, they have not been involved in this match, and that in itself says a lot. And now Hayes sending the Shadow all the way out to the floor. Well, Bam Bam Terry Gordy standing right by into the ringside area. He goes into the apron. Terry Gordy standing over, but give credit where credit is due. Thus far, the Freebirds outside the ring haven't gotten involved, and that's something that I think a lot of us would have expected to see happen in a moment like this. Michael P.S. Hayes gesturing towards the Shadow as the referee continues the count. Oh, Shadow going towards Terry Gordy. Probably not a good idea. Referee got pulled in the way. Now Michael Hayes off. Oh, he just dropped him into the lower region of the referee. Michael P.S. Hayes taking advantage of the fact that the referee was down. One more time, drops him. Well, despite a very slow start to the match, Michael P.S. Hayes looks like he's done enough to secure his first win here in the AWA. And with that, we now know that the fabulous Freebirds are here in the AWA. We look at that running bulldog by Michael Hayes. I thought that would have been enough right there, but somehow the Shadow escapes. Look at it from another angle. Drops him right on his head, knocks him out cold. And fans, there they are, the fabulous Freebirds. Well, you know what? We're not done yet. We're going to see Terry Bam Bam Gordy later on tonight. And he is signed, when I tell you a big match, I mean a big match. Bam Bam Terry Gordy may be the powerhouse of the fabulous Freebirds, but he's going to be put to the test tonight as he goes one-on-one with King Kong Bundy. Indeed, fans, that's just one of the great matches we still have coming your way. Don't go away. More AWA when we return. All right, wrestling fans, we are back here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Tropicana. Entering the ring at this time is Hulk Hogan, coming off a big win last week. But the win wasn't the story. The story was at the end of the match, Sergeant Slaughter coming in the ring and having a moment where there was a stare down between Slaughter and Hulk Hogan.
Let me tell y'all something. Last week was a big match, a big night, and a big win for the Hulkster and all the Hulkamaniacs out there. But after the match was over, there was this moment of trepidation, man. There was this moment where I found myself face to face, dude, with the one and only Sergeant Slaughter. There were no words exchanged, and I'm still asking the question that a lot of you out there want to know the answer to, man. Slaughter, what's on your mind, brother? See, Hulkamaniacs, we got a lot of things. One of them isn't patience, though. So if you've got a problem with me, man, come on out here and talk to me about it and let me know what you want to do.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're about to find out exactly what's on the mind of Sergeant Slaughter. There was a lot of presumption. Nobody was entirely sure. Now, Sergeant Slaughter has been on a bit of a losing streak as of late. He dropped the NWA United States title to Nikita Koloff a few weeks back. Tried to regain it in Moscow, Russia, and wasn't successful. Let's just say it the way it is. Then he lost the very next week the AWA United States Championship, or the America's title, I should say, to Boris Zukov. And
you ought to know what's on my mind. Maybe you haven't been watching what's been going on around here. But there is a commie invasion taking place. And I am looking for people to join the Cobra Corps. You call yourself a Hulkamaniac, a real American. Well, are you ready to back it up? Let me understand something, dude. You want Hulkamania to become a member of the Cobra Corps? That is exactly what I am saying. Are you a man? Well, I'll tell you right now, the Hulksters never back down from any challenge, dude. And I've got some plans. I've got some goals. But yeah, I've noticed the Russians have had a pretty strong run lately, and I'd have nothing I'd like better to do than put it into that, brother. So if you want to put Hulkamania together with Sergeant Slaughter and the Cobra Corps, dude, I could be down with that, brother. Well, that's all I want to know. Because as the leader of the Cobra Corps, Sergeant Slaughter is hereby ready to induct you as an official member. Alright, dude. Well, then this is what I say. Why don't you sign on the dotted line? And you and Hulk Hogan, we can go toe-to-toe with those good-for-nothing Russians, brother.
Oh, wait a minute, what just happened? Sergeant Slaughter with a Pearl Harbor. What just happened? We thought they were joining forces. Sergeant Slaughter baited him in, made it look like he was having Hogan join the Cobra Corps. Slaughter has turned on Hogan. He's turned on America. Sergeant Slaughter has just left Hulk Hogan down. All right, fans still buzzing here in La Tropicana. Nobody can believe what we just saw. What is going through the mind of Hulk Hogan and what is going through the mind of Sergeant Slaughter? Turning on Hogan the moment he asked him to join the Cobra Corps. Fans, we've seen a lot of things, but I don't know if I've seen anything that has shocked me the way that just did. I for one, never saw that coming. I was surprised as anybody. You got to admit that is really... Sergeant Slaughter's had a pretty rough month, and I'm not going to deny that, but to see him slip to the level that he did to attack Hulk Hogan after he agreed to be a partner, I'm sure there's going to be more that follows this, but right now all I can say is, wow. All right, fans, this is a match that I have been looking forward to. The Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, have absolutely been tearing it up in the tag team division here in the AWA. They have earned a shot at the tag team champions, not the titles. This is a non-title match, but if they were to beat the Road Warriors here tonight, then you have to believe they are going to be getting a title shot very soon. The Midnight Rockers have absolutely been the hottest tag team in wrestling for the past month, bar none. And a win tonight would solidify that run. All right, it's going to be Shawn Michaels starting things off against Hawk. Look at this, Shawn Michaels driving Hawk headfirst right into the middle of the canvas. The size and strength advantage clearly going to be in the corner of the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. But perhaps speed. I'm not sure about tag teaming because I think both of these teams are going to work equally as teams. And now look at this. Paul Ellering, that might be the deciding factor, distracting Shawn Michaels early in this one. And Michaels showing some of that rookie intuition there where he was so easily distracted. But now fighting his way back against Hawk, and he's got him down. Yeah, the experience factor is definitely going to be in the corner of the Road Warriors. We know that. The Road Warriors, we talk about the Midnight Express being one of the hottest tag teams. The Road Warriors are the hottest tag team, bar none. They're the tag team champions. They have had about 2 to 3 months now where they've been an unstoppable force since they pretty well reinvented themselves following those big title losses in the NWA to the Rock and Roll Express, and then they just turned things around. They were the NWA Tag Team Champions along with the AWA Tag Team Champions. From the top rope now, Marty Jannetty down across the chest, and Hawk is in trouble. You know, the Midnight Rockers, they don't necessarily have to win the match in order to earn a title match. Paul Ellering just threw a chair into the ring. Referee didn't even notice it. Jannetty comes up with a flying fist drop, though. And Animal is on the receiving end of the punishment at the moment. As I was saying, the Midnight Rockers don't necessarily have to win. Look at this. Steel chair. Referee didn't see it. He's being distracted by Ellering. Animal just nailed him with that steel chair, then he threw it out over the top rope. Referee doesn't even know it took place. Jannetty doesn't even realize that Hawk is now the legal man in the ring. And now Jannetty distracted by Paul Ellering. Definitely earning his money here tonight. Ellering distracting both members of the Midnight Rockers, and that's something they're going to have to learn how to deal with if they're going to have any chance of ever getting the tag team titles off of these guys. Back kick right to the jaw. Now a possible double team here as Jannetty puts him in the corner. There's the tag made to Shawn Michaels. Both men super kick, and they down. Well, we've seen him win a lot of matches with that hold right there. Let's see if it's enough to get a win over the tag team champions. Referee is distracted. This match was over. The Midnight Rockers would have had a win over the tag team champions if not for Paul Ellering. Indeed, Ellering is the only reason I believe that this match is still going on. Give credit to the Rockers. in a very short time in this match. They absolutely were able to get the Road Warriors into a point where they were about to be beaten. And now it is Hawk using the power advantage that we discussed early on. And now he has got Shawn Michaels in a very compromised position. Moves him out to the middle of the ring. Gets him away from the ropes. The brute power and force of the Road Warriors on display here in this one. Sends him into the corner. And now Shawn Michaels is where he definitely doesn't want to be. Double team by the Road Warriors. Back body drop got him high in the air all the way up into the lights. Shawn Michaels definitely had some hang time on that one. He came crashing down with quite the thud. Referee gets 2. Oh, look at Shawn Michaels firing back with some hard right hands, and down goes the animal. Middle rope splash by Shawn Michaels. The Midnight Rockers have done enough to not only stay in this match, but at one point in time it looked like they had the match won. Now it's Animal with Marty Jannetty. Tremendous slam in the middle of the ring. Yeah, Jannetty right now, he looks like he may be in a lot of trouble after that slam. He hooks the leg, it's 2, and Jannetty comes out the back door. This would be a huge feather in the cap of the Midnight Rockers if they were to defeat the reigning AWA Tag Team Champions. The tag team division here in the AWA is absolutely second to none right now, fans. It is, and I can tell you right now, we've talked to people backstage. I've talked to people, and I had an opportunity to actually have a little conversation with President San Martino. And my understanding is we've got some big names that'll be coming into our tag team division in the very near future. Well, there's been a lot of rumors about that, and I am going to just sit back and wait and see if it really happens. Jannetty over the back. Oh, he gets him in a sunset flip. Referee is in position. He gets 2. Wow, very close to seeing it upset right there. The Midnight Rockers almost pulled that one out. Animal doing the right thing to get himself out of danger. Now going to work on Jannetty in that corner. Hit field turns him out to the middle of the ring. Paul Ellering outside the ring. He seems to like what he's seeing now. Went for the shoulder block. Nobody was home. And now Jannetty turning the time. Look at Hawk on the apron, not looking too good right now. And I'm not sure if he'd be any good or any use to Animal if Animal finds himself in a pinning combination. There's the tag made. Drop down, drop kick, and it's right on the money. Shawn Michaels, if he goes for the cover here, he might have it over. Well, that was a drop kick that Jumping Jim Brunzell would have been proud of. No doubt about it. Jim Brunzell, one of the best drop kicks in the business. We know that. There is that big back kick once again to the face. And another double team attempt. There it is. Tag is made. Here they come. The Midnight Rockers with that double kick. He hooks the leg, and now let's see what happens here. Animal's down. 2. It's over. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. The Midnight Rockers win the victory over the Road Warriors. That momentum shift that we discussed. The Midnight Rockers hang on to it, and they are able to get a win over the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. You know, the look on Paul Ellering's face right now says it all. He can't believe what he's seeing. A lot of people here can't believe it. Midnight Rockers definitely had their fans and a lot of people in their corner rooting for them, but I don't know how many of them really thought they were going to win. Here it is, that super kick. Looked like Hawk was distracted at ringside, and there's Shawn Michaels to make sure he's not going to break this one up. There are your number one contenders for the AWA Tag Team titles, the Midnight Rockers. Wrestling fans, what a night of wrestling it's already been here at the AWA. Entering the ring at this time, he is the Masked Superstar. Big match for him tonight as he's going one-on-one with the AWA World Champion. It's a non-title match, but like we just got done witnessing, a win over a champion has got to propel you in the standings. Well, the Masked Superstar, no doubt about it. This guy is a legend in his own right. There's not too many names in the industry he hasn't been in the ring with. You can name them. Andre the Giant, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Superstar Billy Graham, Sergeant Slaughter, Bob Backlund. The list goes on and on. Tonight with a huge opportunity in a non-title match, as you mentioned, against the AWA World Champion, Rick Martel. Here he comes, wrestling fans. He is the AWA World Champion, Rick Martel. What a cat at his finest. And the fans really love this guy. Well, Rick Martel, he really is the complete package. He's got it all. He's got the look. He's got the physique. He's a tremendous wrestler. And he is the world champion. Well, the Masked Superstar doesn't look to be too impressed right now, but that might change in a moment. Bell sounds, action underway. The two men meet in the middle of the ring. All right, Masked Superstar setting Martel into that corner hard into the turnbuckle. Martel with a fireman's carry takes him down. Well done. Nice return. Here's the Irish whip down by Martel. Clothesline, and Masked Superstar goes all the way out to the floor. Well, we see Martel right now getting this crowd into the match. Drop kicks the knee. Since becoming world champion, Rick Martel has absolutely ducked no challenge. Tonight being no different. He doesn't take nights off. Rick Martel knows that a match like this could possibly lead to a situation where he suffers an injury that could cost him that title, but he doesn't dodge the match. He takes him on head on. As we see the neck breaker, and I tell you right now, that's something the Masked Superstar is going to take offense to, because the Masked Superstar has a neck breaker of his own. That's his finishing hold. So the thought that Rick Martel would try to put him out with basically a version of his own hold, probably not going to sit well with the Masked Superstar. And we saw him go for that camel clutch right there, but Rick Martel able to get out of it rather easily. And now Superstar driving the back of the head of Rick Martel into the back. Irish whip sends the champion to the ropes. Big boot right in the face, and Martel's in trouble. No doubt Rick Martel right now really feeling the effects of that one, but big back elbow finding its mark, and now Martel back body drop all the way out to the floor. Superstar just driving the champion face first here on the concrete. And now they battle it out here on the floor at the Tropicana. Clothesline, down goes Martel. Oh, champion sends it. Superstar back into the ring. These two men really exchanging blows. And look at this huge move right there by the Masked Superstar. Dropping Rick Martel again with a clothesline, and Martel doing the smart thing to walk it off. That is the smart thing indeed, as he is going to... Oh, wait a minute, he's firing up now. Referee's going to have to hold the Masked Superstar back. Rick Martel drop kicking that knee one more time. Now, we know Martel, if he gets the opportunity, he is going to try. Wait a minute. What's Martel got? Fireman's carry. And Superstar crawling his way across the ring. Martel's got it. What's he going to do? Into the ropes he goes. There's the drop kick, and now the Masked Superstar once again all the way out to the floor. Well, Masked Superstar on the receiving end right now, and while this has been a back and forth match, right now it seems like it's more in the corner of the champion. Well, perhaps for the moment, but we all know that those moments can be short-lived. Martel catches him, stuns him. Down goes the Masked Superstar. And now there's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Oh, wait a minute. This could be what I think it is. There it is. Oh, the big splash by Martel, and he hooks the leg. Will it be enough to maintain a victory? Masked Superstar able to get a shoulder off the mat. Now the champion rings that arm out, dropping him down. What is Martel going to do? He's got him in the middle of the ring. This could be it, the Boston Crab, and he has it applied perfectly. Masked Superstar, as we mentioned, he is no rookie. He's been through the paces before. Masked Superstar manages to power out of the Boston Crab. No easy task. Now the Masked Superstar with a snapmare, and the champion goes down. Hammering on the side of the head of Martel, now grinding it out. Masked Superstar waiting. Martel firing back. The Masked Superstar just throwing Rick Martel across the ring as if he were nothing. Well, Martel feeling the effects of that one. Big elbow drop by the Masked Superstar. You know, we mentioned earlier, Rick Martel takes on all challengers. And this is a situation while he won't lose the title tonight no matter what. It could be a situation where he ends up taking enough damage that the next title defense he has, it could be an issue. We see him right there holding his head. Martel turning the tables. Now what's he going to do? Cross body block and it hits. Martel has him in the Boston Crab again. Superstar taps out and it's over. What a tremendous victory for the champion, Rick Martel, getting a submission victory over the Masked Superstar. That is not an easy thing to accomplish. I'm here to tell you, the Masked Superstar has made a name for himself all around the world. As we look back on moments from this one, Martel managing to fight his way out time and time again. Masked Superstar fighting his way out time and time again. But this time, the Masked Superstar could not sustain it. Well, let's give credit where credit is due. Rick Martel, victorious. Big win for the AWA champion. Indeed, fans, and we've got so much more action still to come. Stay with us. All right, fans, this has been a tremendous night of wrestling here as part of the AWA Championship Wrestling program, and we are going to end it with a bang. Two of the biggest guys on the roster entering to the ring at this time. Coming down the aisle is the one, the only King Kong Bundy. King Kong Bundy, indeed, by far one of the biggest men in the AWA locker room at this time. He's been referred to as a walking condominium. And he's going to be going up against another guy making his debut here tonight from the fabulous Freebirds, and that is the Bam Bam Terry Gordy. We saw Michael Hayes in our opening contest tonight. He was victorious. Let's see if the Freebirds can continue the streak here in the AWA. We're getting a mixed reaction from the crowd right now for Bam Bam Terry Gordy. Well, the resident of Band Street, USA. Bam Bam Terry Gordy, he's one of those guys that you generally don't want to run into in a dark alley, if you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to run into him in a lit alley. This guy, he's bad news. Well, again, the Freebirds have really been doing a number on world-class wrestling as of late. But they'll tell you they've never met a fight they didn't like. Action underway. The bell has sounded. Now look at this. Bam Bam Terry Gordy dropping King Kong Bundy right off the bat. When was the last time you saw that happen? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know that I have ever seen somebody take take King Kong Bundy off his feet that quickly. But Bam Bam Terry Gordy isn't one of these guys. I mean, he's every bit as big as Bundy, perhaps a little bit more agile, and I believe that's something that's going to play a big role in this match before it's all said and done. Gordy really putting the boots down to Bundy. Once again, King Kong Bundy on the receiving end of a lot of damage. Bundy's got him from behind. Uppercut to the back of the head. Terry Gordy in trouble. Now the Irish whip. Gordy's on the apron. Bundy shoulder block sends him all the way out to the floor. Well, this one's breaking down here at ringside. He's got Bundy head first into the announce table. Oh, now look at what's happening here. Bam Bam Terry Gordy taking things apart. These two guys really doing a number. Bundy got a variation perhaps of the Indian deathlock on there. That's not something we're used to seeing out of him. Scoop up in the air, nearly 500 pounds. Look at these guys tearing each other up ringside. Oh, and now he's got him. He's got him in a claw and slams. King Kong Bundy beats the count back inside the ring. Wow, I'll tell you right now, that is a huge win for King Kong Bundy. King Kong Bundy got a face full of Gordy, slammed him on the concrete floor, and then dove under the bottom rope for the victory. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of these two men. Fans, this is the final broadcast of the AWA for the 2K17 season. We want to thank all of you because with your support, we will be seeing the AWA as one of the featured federations in the 2K17 season. We want to remind everyone out there, Friday, October 13th, starting at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, the 2K18 stream begins. We want all of you here as part of the nation to join us for that. We also remind you, if you're on the PlayStation Network, take this opportunity to go to your Communities tab and do a search for the Humanoid Nation. It is the #1 community for all things old school wrestling. Until next time, Ken Resnick saying so long, everyone, from the Tropicana.